This is N4NT, and we ask that this frequency remain clear while we conduct a last call. K4BGV. 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 My fellow amateurs and members of Bristol Amateur Radio Club, K4BGV did not answer his last call. As of July 17th, 2024, K4BGV, Jim Morris, is a silent key. Jim loved the outdoors and fishing was his passion. Jim was a member of both Kingsport and Sullivan County bass clubs back in the mid-70s and 80s. He loved taking a couple fishing trips a year down to Clark Hill Lake in Georgia. Jim enjoyed riding motorcycles in his retirement with a group called Fikers Friends in Kingsport Riding Socially. And Jim loved sharing this hobby with his cousin Richard and his nephew Ben. Jim was a past member of the Kingsport Amateur Radio Club and a life member of the Bristol Amateur Radio Club. Long live the memory of K4BGV. At this time, we will observe a moment of silence, and then we will start the net. Calling the Bristol 2 Meter Net. Calling the Bristol 2 Meter Net. This is N4NT. My name is Adam, and I'll be the net control station for this session. The Bristol 2 Meter Net meets each Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on the 146.67 repeater. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, the National Traffic System, and the Bristol Amateur Radio Club. All amateurs are welcome to check into the net. Are there any announcements or bulletins for the net?
N4NT.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim, if you have an announcement.
Copy that. I'm going to be putting out a call for volunteers for the Over Mountain Tennessee Rally, which is being held the weekend of September 13th and 15th. I'm also going to be promoting it at the next club meeting. But we're going to need about a total of at least 20, maybe more ham radio volunteers to cover Marshall Points, which is where people can get onto the rally stages and mess things up for us. Also for stage start and reporting into net control. So anyway, I'll put that call out there and I'll talk about it again at the meeting next week. This is KL1ZA.
Okay, Jim. Do you want to stick around for additional comments?
Yeah, Adam, I'll go ahead and do that. Thank you very much. This is KL1ZA.
Okay, we've got you on the check-in list. Are there any other announcements or bulletins for the net?
N9TN with 1.
Net recognizes N9TN. Go ahead with your announcement, JJ.
All right, well, good evening to you. Good evening to everybody on the net. I'll just go ahead and make this my comment as well. Sunday mornings, 7 a.m., we host the Sunday Morning Coffee Net. It's located on the 442.2. And that repeater is on Holston Mountain and requires a tone of 100. We also have an email reminder list to check into the net with. We pose our questions early for you. I send that email out every Saturday evening, and it has the questions and information about the net. To get on that email list, just go to my QRZ page, N9TN, and under the Sunday Morning Coffee Net banner, there's the link for it. All right, that's all I have. Everybody have a good night. I'll say 7-3. This is N9TN.
Okay, JJ, thanks for checking in, and thank you for that information. Are there any other announcements or bulletins for the net? Okay, hearing none, we'll go ahead and start taking check-ins. We'll take check-ins now from any mobiles or portables. Any mobiles or portables?
WA0 CEM portable, Bluff City, over.
Okay, we got, I believe it was WA0, is it TTM, Tango Tango Mike? Did I get that right?
Tango Zulu, Mike, you're close. Have a good evening.
Oh, okay, TZM. Okay, Bob, yeah, we got you. I got you checked in there, and I said no traffic, so we'll put you as checked in and out. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Any other mobiles or portables? Okay, well, let's go ahead and open the floor now for any and all check-ins, all regular check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Quebecor, Delta Charlie Papa, Jerry South Ocean Lake in Bristol.
BMX, Cannon, quiet low down.
Good evening, Adam. KT4O, Ben in Bristol.
Good evening, N4KZS, Gary and Piney Flats.
Control, check in and out, Kilo Oscar 4, Romeo Uniform Yankee, Todd at Jonesboro.
Control.
4LXN, Blountville.
Control. Just check in and out. Kilo Oscar 4, Echo Victor Charlie, Marcus in Johnson City, in and out.
November 4, Tango Lima Bravo, West in Johnson City, in and out.
Evening, this is KD4NT, Dwayne in Bristol. Net Control, please check in Kilo Zulu 4, India Tango, Richard in Elizabethton, in and out.
All right, got quite a crew there. Let me go over the list of what I've got here. Let's see, we've got KQ4DCP and WE4AWJ. Had a perfect double there, but I was able to pull both of those out, and then I had a perfect double on these next two, WA4JCF and KD4WMX, but I heard enough of both of those to pull them out. And then we had KT4O, N4KZS, and then in and out we had KO4RUI in Johnson City. Thanks for joining us tonight. Then we had WD4LXN, and a couple of in and out check-ins again, KO4EVC and N4TLB. Thanks to both of you all for checking in. A couple checking in from Johnson City there. And then we had KD4NT and another in and out check-in, Richard and Elizabethton, KZ4IT. So that's what I've got so far. So let's go back for some comments. That'll give me a second to get caught up here. And we had earlier during the announcement section, Jim KL1ZA check-in. So go ahead with the comments, Jim.
Good evening, Adam and the rest of the net. First of all, I would like to pass along my sympathies to KT4O and the rest of Jim's family. I'm very sorry to hear of his passing. But anyway, I'm sitting out on my porch. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. Sure looks like it's trying. But anyway, I should see all of you guys next week at the meeting. This is KL1ZA.
All right, Jim. Thanks for checking in, and appreciate the comments and the meeting reminder. Boy, it's slipping up fast, even though we skipped one for field day. Up next, we've got Jerry, KQ4DCP. Good evening, Jerry.
Evening, Adam, and everyone on the net. I think we got a high of today about 87 here, and no rain, no wind right now. Yeah, and I didn't know Jim. I hate that for his family. I know how they must feel. Everything's been good here. I should have come in on the comment section. On the fourth Thursday of each month, we try the 146535 simplex net, which that's coming up this Thursday, and it'd be nice if a few of you ain't got nothing to do. Is around 8 o'clock Thursday is to see if we can spread the net out and see how far we can get on simplex. Anyways, everybody have a good one. It's KQ4DCP clear.
Okay, Jerry. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I wasn't sure if y'all were still doing that. I have that programmed in my mobile radio to scan. That way, well, back when I worked night shift, I wouldn't forget about it. I'd hear somebody. And one of these days, my intention was to go up to the 6-7 repeater site and check in from up there on my mobile radio, just see what kind of range I could get on the simplex up there. But thank you for checking in, and thank you for the reminder. Up next, we have Emmett, WE4AWJ.
Well, good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. And first of all, we want to send our condolences to the family of Jim, and we're certainly going to miss him. He was lively. I can always say that. I always remember him at the meetings and how lively he was. And like you say, yeah, he liked his fishing. He liked his travel, too. And he liked to have fun. And I can still remember his call, Big Green Varmint. So we're going to miss the Big Green Varmint. But we know that he's in a better place and had a lot of suffering. So with that, we'll just say that it's been hot here. It got to 93 today. I got my mowing done yesterday, and hopefully we won't get too awfully much rain because my grass is growing again. And that's pretty much it. And don't forget, we're going to have a good meeting and also a good program. We're looking forward to that. It's on grounding with Nick. So everybody come out. So with that, we'll say 73s to everybody and turn it back to net control. This is WE4AWJ.
All right, Emmett, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear you. Hadn't got a chance to talk to you in a while, so it's good to hear you there tonight. Up next, we've got Wayne, WA4JCF. Good evening, Wayne.
Oh, good evening. This is Wayne, WA4JCF. And anyway, I had been getting over the poison ivy. Seemed like I itched pretty badly for about 2 weeks. In the third week, I kind of got over it. I'm over that, so hopefully I can. I'm starting to remember things about when I was a ham radio operator, actually in the club many years ago. And anyway, let's see. I think I'm in a. Hang on. I'm in a kind of an awkward spot here in the basement. Let me just walk up the stairs and in case my carrier not hitting the repeater very good. So I'm at a higher level now. I'm going to recycle to check. Recycling. Okay. Anyway, my latest little challenge has been computers. I decided to go for Windows 11, and like my first effort wound up. I ordered a Windows 11 computer, and I couldn't put a graphics card in it, although it had an expansion slot. The power supply blocked it, so I've been having wound up putting some money into it. Got a Hewlett Packard. Had to come back and have her upgrade that to one with the graphics card, and trying to get those computers straightened out. Then I did a little research on the internet. I found out that like only about 22-30% of the computers actually have Windows 11. The rest still have Windows 10. So that's been kind of a mystery trying to figure all that out. But anyway, I've been having fun with it. And living by myself, there's not a whole lot I can do for entertainment, so I just do the best I can. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. This is Wayne, WA4JC.
All right, Wayne, good to hear you tonight. Appreciate you checking in with us. Up next, let's check in with Quiet Lodi and Ken, KD4WMX. Good evening, Ken.
Well, good evening, Adam, Mr. Net Control, and everybody else on the net. And I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Jim, but it's always bad when we have a silent key. Condolences going out to the family. And I got out and mowed the yard today, and then came in and actually took a shower. It's not even Saturday, and I took a shower. You can imagine that? Not even Saturday. Just having fun. But it is quiet in Lodi. Cows aren't mooing, the birds aren't singing. And they know better. But looking forward to the meeting, and I'll be there with bells on. Well, maybe not bells, but I'll be there. And I'll say 73 to everybody, and I'll turn it back over to you. It's KD4WMX, turning it back to Net Control.
All right, Ken, thanks for checking in tonight. Appreciate the comments there. Well, up next, we've got Ben, KT40. Good evening, Ben.
Okay, Adam, good evening to you and everybody on the net. And Adam, thanks so much for doing the last call for Uncle Jim. That was really nice. And yeah, he really got down pretty bad about the middle of June, and ended up in the hospital, but never made it back home. But he is pain free now, and no worries, and no worries about disease or anything like that. He's definitely in a very happy place. So thanks everybody for the condolences, and also about testing, Ken, KD4WMX, will be running the testing session at the meeting next week. So anybody needing to test, they're still welcome to get a hold of me, and I'll pass that along to Ken, or get in contact with Ken directly, and he'll get you all registered up. But Adam, that's all I have. Once again, thanks to everybody in the club and on the net, and thanks for that final call for Jim. That was really nice. N4NT, KT40.
Okay, Ben, thanks for checking in tonight, and thanks for all that you do for the club and everything I know you did for Jim over the years. He certainly was blessed to have you in his life, and we even had conversations to that effect. I'm reminded of a conversation I had with him where he was telling me about how that he had outlived his siblings, and I don't remember exactly where that conversation went or how it started or anything, but one thing I really drew from that conversation was how much that he had to have meant to you guys, his niece and nephew and everything, and how much he meant to you all and how much you meant to him. It was very evident in talking to him. So again, thank you for getting him to the meetings and stuff those last few years, and just everything that you did, and our hearts go out to you and our condolences. Let's go up next to Piney Flats and Gary, N4KZS. Good evening, Gary.
Hey, Adam. Good evening. N4KZS here. Doing okay down here. I'll tell you one thing about Piney. I don't know about it being quiet like Lodi, but it has been hot the last few weeks. Woo! I'm really thankful for the rain that we've started getting, and my grass is thankful for it. My yard is thankful for it. Yeah, mentioning about Jim, Big Green Varmint. I know a lot of the things known about him has been mentioned on here tonight. But one thing I knew about him that hasn't been mentioned on here, Jim liked to karaoke, and he did a lot of karaoke videos on Facebook. Did a lot of Elvis type music, and I guess, you know, where when he got to where he couldn't get out and get in that boat, fish, or hop on that motorcycle, he had his karaoke set up at home, and he really enjoyed that. And I always enjoyed catching him with a new song on there. So, condolence to you, Ben, and the family, and he's definitely going to be missed. He was a good all-around ham and guy. Anyway, with that, I guess we're just still hanging in there with the HF and catching this and that and whatever on the bands, having fun with the hobby, and that's about it till see you guys at, well, I might see you on the net next week, but hope to be at the meeting also. So back to you, Adam. This is N4KZS.
All right, Gary, thanks for checking in. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I had thought about that earlier today about him doing those karaoke videos and seeing them on Facebook. And that's one thing about Jim. He was a unique fella. He did what he liked to do, and he lived and enjoyed life. That's for sure. Certainly glad to have known him. Up next, we've got Pat, WD4LXN. Good evening, Pat.
Hey, good evening, Adam. Good evening to everybody on the net. Just a quiet night down here in Blountville. Just don't really have much for the net tonight, so I'll go ahead and let you keep working on down the line. N4NT, WD4LXN.
All right, Pat, thanks for checking in. Always good to hear you. We've got one more, and then we'll take some more check-ins. Let's go to Dwayne, KD4NT. Good evening, Dwayne.
Good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. Well, I'll tell you, I didn't know Jim, but I heard nothing but great things about him. Must have been a heck of a guy. But I just wanted to send my condolences out to Ben and the family. And, well, Jim's probably in a lot better place. So, anyway, I hope everybody's doing all right and enjoying the good weather we've got. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain. N4NT, this is KD4NT.
Thanks for checking in tonight, Dwayne. Appreciate the comments. And that now brings us to the bottom of the check-in list, so we'll go ahead and open the floor up once again. Any other stations like to check in, please call now.
Net Control, please check in. Handout KD4 CCO, Dallas, Bristol.
Okay, Net recognizes KD4 CCO, Dallas. Got you checked in and out there in Bristol. Thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear you, Dallas. And there was a double with Dallas there. Who was the other station?
Oh, this is KQ4 in Meadowview, Virginia.
Okay, you cut out for just a second. I got the KQ4 in Meadowview, Virginia, but it cut out in between there.
KQ4 IHI, Paul in Meadowview, Virginia.
Okay, Paul, got you on the list there. I thought that was you, but I hadn't quite learned your call yet. So we'll go ahead and turn it over to you if you'd like to make some comments.
On our boards. pick up in my car and join me with the owner, and it's lady's very happy to have it back there. And with the broken leg is going on rescue Thursday, so it's headed out. All my animals are doing great here, and we're enjoying a little cooler evening. Looks like it's 74 right here at the house, and I'm glad it's gone down. I guess I'll be out on the mower for too long between the raindrops. That's about all I have here. Thanks a lot, Adam. This is K4BGV.
Okay, Paul, thanks for checking in. The very first part of your transmission, you would cycle in and out. I don't think it was necessarily a signal strength into the repeater issue. It might have been something else, because your signal was solid when it was in there. But at the end, you came in there and stayed in solid, so we got most all of that. But good to have you checking in. Appreciate the comments and everything. Are there any other stations that would like to check in? All right, does anyone have anything else for the net before we close? Okay, nothing heard. So tonight's net was conducted in honor of and in memory of Jim Morris, K4BGV, who passed away on July the 17th, 2024. Did log tonight's net on NetLogger, and as I have traditionally done, the silent key is considered the first check-in. So with that in mind, we had a total number of 19 check-ins this evening. Thanks to each of you for taking the time to check into the net. This is N4NT, closing the Bristol 2 Meter Net at 9:27 p.m. and returning the W4UD repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3 and good night, and God bless the family of Jim Morris.